everyone, this is Anne from Odulcina Scrap. I am back today with the flip through of this dressmaker notebook. How I imagined that notebook or junk journal usage is it's a pocket format that the dressmaker would bring in her purse and carry with her everywhere. And when she finds a new customer or a new sample of lace, she can take notes or add them. And she has kind of a bunch of items there to identify labels and to take notes and to show samples to customers. So this is the idea behind this book, the theme of the book. So for those of you who didn't see the part 1 of this video, which is the cover making, I'll just show you again what it looks like. So I have kind of a mini tassel here of a Crafty Me Shop lace with beads. This is just gorgeous, with some pink polka dot tulle from my shop, cheesecloth from Amazon, and I'll put all the link in the description below for those of you who are looking for specific items there. This is a tag that I printed out of my dressmaker kit, and again I have a printed version for you in my Odulcina Journals shop. And for that tag, it's printed both sides, and I've added some herbal teas bag and tracing paper for the noise and the structure. It's a little bit more structured than the herbal tea. So all the three together with the tag, it's kind of creating a gorgeous tag that has layers and dimension. And how I attached it is I've put an eyelet there and a bulb pin that you can grab on Amazon too, or any scrapbooking shop, I guess. And I just attached it to the doily, which is kind of floating. It's been glued only at the spine level. And then I have some gorgeous Crafty Me Shop lace there, which has ribbon embroidery. And these flowers are my Odulcina fabric that I sell by the fat quarter. The dressmaker picture, wear it with elegance, which is some of the words from another kit that I have. And at the back, if we flip like that, I kind of glued the doily at this level here, the round here, so it doesn't flip all the time and moves. But I wanted to keep that red cover, which is gorgeously damaged. I love it. All right, so now if we flip through, we have a pocket that I created out of the dressmaker kit cards. And inside that first pocket, I have another kit, which is not really sewing theme, but more embroidery patterns from an old magazine that I bought. And I printed on tracing paper that embroidery pattern and just folded it. So I just took a piece of scrap paper. You can see I teared the embossed paper, and that was the leftover, but I folded it like that and added a paper clip to attach everything together. I just find this is a way to use your scraps. It's so simple, so nothing, right? But together it looks good in a junk journal pocket like that, as you can see. All right, so I've used the tracing paper again. I just love tracing paper. The look of it, the sound of it, the transparency of it, I just love. So I forgot lately to use them a lot, but I print a lot of them for the bundles that I offer in my shop, because I offer tracing paper printed for you package. So Anyway, I started to use them more because I scrapped some papers and they are not printed okay for the bundle. So I put them aside for me to use. They are now on my table and I think about them. This is a card that it's really like a light card stock. And these are the cards from a sample kits that I have. And it is to glue some samples. So I'll put the tutorial video of when I've been showing this kit and what I can do with it. I used some dried flowers, wax seals, laces, fabric, and this is one of the cards of the kit, like this one, that I just folded into two like that, as you can see. So this one is different. It has the number 1, 2, 3, then 4, 5, and I've put samples of fabric and yarn, fancy yarns, as kind of a sample if she wants to show someone the fabric she has to offer. So the other side, let me just show you what I did. Let me find the other side quickly, and when I'll get that from the other side, I won't need to show you. So I've put on the other side a label there just as a tab and some fancy yarns that I glued individually. So they're part of, okay, this one I grabbed it from the bundle I have of this cute tulle. This one, you have fancy yarns where I just took that one here and I've used another one. I have so many. Like if I take that green one, I probably took the yellow one with the bows. So you have some in the pink too, the bows like that, and white. They're really cute. Anyway, I've used the fancy yarn as individual, and I just glued, like for this, I just glued the bows here on the paper. So this is kind of floating. Isn't it gorgeous? So delicate, so cute. So it's a kind of a sampling, a card of samples. Okay, let's go back. And this is the other side. Here, I've used a lot of my French. I have a French old documents kit, so I just printed them and added some ink on the sides, and it's a good journaling spot. I just attach it like that, folded it into two, and with a mini paper clip like that, I just attach. I love those mini paper clips. They're not too big. They are a good color. You find them, it's the Tim Holtz. You find them on Amazon, and they're not too thick, so it doesn't make your junk journal too bulky. You can use staples too. That's a mini staple, just like that, a cheap mini staple. And I just attach this invoice, French invoice, to a paper like that. All the papers that you see that are printed are from different digital kits that I have. So I'm going to put a list in the description below of all the kits that I've been using in this, so you can find it if you're looking for a specific one. This card is part of the same kit for the samples. As you can see, I just added a gorgeous Crafty Me Shop lace, and that's it. That's the card. And on that paper clip, I just added 3 tiny labels. I have some in my Odulcina favorite box and in my Anne's treasure bags as well, the mini labels that are coffee stained. So those labels, tiny labels, are ready to be used if she finds something and she wants to identify the price or the name of the brand. So it's in her notebook. This is just a flap to extend the page for more places to write down or as a talk spot. I just added the paper and one of my labels, and that's as simple as it is. These are pads from Amazon, the Amazon Basics. You have them in light purple and light blue and pink, and the pink is just perfect. But I wanted the texture like a coffee stained paper. So instead of putting the paper into coffee or tea, I've put the paper just in water and I let it dry like I would do for any coffee stain paper. And it created that texture and more noise. I just love it. Why I used only water is because if you use coffee or tea, the pink will be more peachy than pink. And I wanted to keep that cute baby pink. Okay, here it's just a pocket. That's a blank label card ready to be used. Just a simple scrappy pad. I have a couple of video of showing my process on creating scrappy pads if you're interested. Just pages, that's kind of a talk spot, just a scrap piece of coffee stain paper that I glued there, added some labels, words. And this is a regular like letter size format paper that I printed in a smaller format through Windows and folded it into two, and she's gonna keep that paper for if she has a wedding to plan, to take some notes there. That's a scrap piece of tracing paper and I just put them there. Isn't it cute? I added a bunch of labels, tab labels, just to identify some pages and decorate them, some washi tape. This is part of my French package. Here I have a bunch of button cards waiting for buttons. So she has kind of a stash of button cards that she can use if she finds buttons. Tabs again, and I just used a lot of the tiny paper clips to attach papers to pages and add more dimension this way, but everything is ready to go for adding journaling at the back, because I find when we glue the pages it's hard to go right on it, but if you just use a paper clip, you have the layout, you have the look, but you have the paper being available for doing your writing, the journaling, just through the paper clip. Look at that. And here it's one of the simple cards as well, the big one. And so it's the equivalent of this one, but in a different color. So as you can see, we can put 4 gorgeous samples of laces. And these samples are from Lavish Laces. So she has an Etsy shop. She's on YouTube as well. And what I'm going to do, the links will be in the description below. So she has really antique and vintage laces that she offers in bundles or by the yard. So look at this one. This one is kind of my favorite. So this is the lace sample for the dressmaker. And because it's in the middle of the signature, we can see it all. So I thought it was a good idea there. Again, I won't remove the paper clip, but I'll do. Just a card from the dressmaker kit that I folded into 2 with a tracing paper to add more dimension, and I just attached it to the pink page. So it adds dimension, decorations, not being too bulky, and available for writing at the back of everything. And it's cute. Here I used the paper clip again, a lot of paper clip into that journal. The paper was too long, so I folded it, glued that old paper to cover books, and one of the labels from the kit, the dressmaker kit, that I just attached that frizzy cotton fabric with a staple, tiny staple, and that's it. And I've put it there, and to keep it there, I just used one of the labels, the old vintage label. That's part of my another kit too. And I just attached everything together like that. Isn't it simple? But I find it's cute. Oh, and on this side, I took a button card, and I don't have a lot of buttons that fits, and I wanted one that is really thin. So I just mimicked that. That's the only one left. I created little holes like if there's been 4 buttons originally, but there's only one. And yeah, that's a card of a button on a button card. Here I've created a pocket again with the cards. I've added, this is from the doily at the top here that I trimmed because it was too big. So I've reused it here. And these are just little labels of identification tickets. And I just put them all together into that pocket, ready to be used by the dressmaker. This is just the paper that I glued. I think that page folded. Yeah. Just as a decoration. I've added a paper doily just as a decoration. And I've put a sample of lace and fabric that I've done with one of the kits that I have for samples as well, with a tag that I attached here. That's another tag from the dressmaker kit with the other part of the doily. So all together into that pocket. And I just attached, because they are cardstock. I just attached them so they don't fall from the page. I guess, okay, there was a card there too. That's another card from the dressmaker kit that I backed with a paper, and I can just include them like that with the label. Isn't it just simple and cute, eh? Again, those pink lined papers, I just attached with a paper clip another tag from the kit that I sewn sari silk on it. And this is just a part of one of my page that I damaged, inked, folded it into 3, and it's ready for journaling inside with the tag, and all of that is just attached to the page like that. And there was a card at the back like that, another card like that from the kit. Another button card. They don't fit together, and it's all right. It's just samples. So I did that for this one. And on this side, I have this paper that I just attached with washi tape, so you can fold and add some journaling. And here, the paper was too long, so I folded it, added a card, backed it with some tracing paper, and I've put 3 fabric that matches together. These are my Odulcina collection. So the bigger flowers, the polka dot, and the stripe. And I attached the simple with the paper clip, as you can see. But to hold them together, I just did some stitching, handmade stitching. And there's no knots. If I pull that, everything will come. So I just started to sew, and I've cut the strings. And that's it. That way they hold well together. And I can use a paper clip to attach them to the page. And it's a sampler of fabric. Isn't it cute? I love this idea. All right, another pocket of just paper from one of my legal size kits that I printed really smaller, fold into 3, and a scrap piece of paper that the color was cute, and just added some papers to write on in the pocket. That card I showed you with the tab, and on that side I just glued that design page. And here it's a real vintage document. It's in French. That's a school. I don't know if it's in French. It's a bulletin. I don't know what is the equivalent in English. But anyway, it's the scores that she has. So I've put that paper there as the last one, like if she would need to show that she graduated as a dressmaker. That's the idea behind it. The document is not related. It's just in the same theme. And the paper and more button cards, but that could be more simple cards. It's just that they were handy for me to put the button cards. Wax seal, and that's it. So as you can see, it's a dressmaker notebook that contains a bunch of cards and papers and samples that she can use to take notes or show to her customers that she carries with her. I love that theme. So this is that dressmaker notebook flip through. I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.